morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jordan, and today's vlog is going to be pantry staple meals. So all my meals today are gonna be based on things that I keep in the pantry or in the freezer. They're also going to be balanced and nutritious. So I find that a lot of pantry meals are just kind of basic, might be lacking in nutrients, but we're gonna find a way to get all the colors, all the good nutrients, all the things I love. I'll be showing you my breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. I just did a workout and I'm pretty hungry. So we are going to be making some pumpkin buckwheat pancakes. Half a cup of buckwheat flour. I love buckwheat flour as a gluten-free flour. Even though it has the name wheat in it, it is gluten-free. It's made from the buckwheat seed. I love it because just in this half cup alone, we are getting 8 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber. 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. That's also gonna give us some fiber. Some good omega-3s. A teaspoon of ground cinnamon. A pinch of salt. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Whisk that together. That way all the baking powder is incorporated along with the ground flax and the spice. And add 1/4 cup of the pumpkin puree, and this is just 100% organic pumpkin from a can. Always have a can of pumpkin in my pantry because it's so nice to add to smoothies. You can add it into soups like chili, and it just adds such a nice natural sweetness, and then you're getting all the nice yummy antioxidants and phytonutrients from the pumpkin. Vanilla extract, I'm gonna use about a teaspoon. Half a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. That is what is going to react with the baking powder and help our pancakes come together since they are vegan and we don't have any eggs in here. Gonna help them rise into some fluffy pancakes. Add 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I always buy the shelf-stable almond milk. I really like Thrive Market's brand because it doesn't have any gums or thickeners in it. Now we're ready to whisk it together. You can use any milk that you have on hand. You could probably even use water, but if you have milk, that would be really good. That is the consistency that I like. I'm gonna melt a little bit of coconut oil into my nonstick skillet. If you have a really good nonstick skillet, you could leave the oil out or use any kind of cooking oil or butter or plant-based spread that you like. In a 1/4 cup scoop, I'm just gonna start adding my batter. Starting to brown around the sides, so now we are ready to flip. Look at that. Yum. Let's give these pancakes a taste. Smell really good. Mmm. 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 I added just 1 tablespoon of maple syrup and 1 tablespoon of crunchy almond butter on the top. And the almond butter is just melting into the hot pancakes. Wow. And I also love that I can eat this whole stack and it's right around 400 calories. So it's filling, lots of protein. I think I calculated there's 12 grams of protein in here. That's the same amount you would get from 2 eggs. The doggies are joining me. Do you smell pancakes? Just thinking that these pancakes would be a really good meal prep as well. You could make a whole batch of them, double this batch. Then what you could do is you could make them like thinner pancakes, almost like a wrap, spread some nut butter, like almond butter, peanut butter, whatever you have, and then roll them up and store them in like a glass container, bring them to work or to school or wherever you're going, and then you've got these nice little buckwheat pumpkin almond butter roll-ups for breakfast. A little bit later, I'm back and I'm actually going to prep my dinner because I forgot it is a slow cooker meal. I think I may have made this on my channel before in another recipe video. So you guys let me know if you've seen this before, but I tweaked the recipe just a little bit because we're using all stuff from my pantry or my freezer, stuff that I already have on hand and would be easy to whip up as long as you have these simple ingredients. Slow cooker split pea soup. This soup is smoky, salty, creamy, yummy, and you wouldn't believe how simple the ingredients are. By adding our split peas. This is also a really great budget meal. I think 1 pound of these split peas was like $1.20 going right in. Now we'll add this mirepoix blend. So this is from my freezer, and I get this at Kroger. You can find it at most grocery stores. It is literally just a blend of carrot, celery, and onion. So it's the perfect beginning to lots of soups and sauces and different recipes. So you already have your onion, carrot, and celery already chopped, and it's ready to go. So I always have one of these bags in my freezer. We're going to add a tablespoon of coconut aminos. This is a soy-free, like soy sauce alternative. You can use this, soy sauce, tamari. I always have a bottle of this in my pantry or in the fridge. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, freshly cracked black pepper. There's everything in our slow cooker so far. What I like to do now before I add the liquid is just stir it up so that the olive oil, the salt, and the coconut aminos are evenly incorporated. Add 2 bay leaves. These are just dried bay leaves. And 6 cups of water. That is it. Going to pop our lid on. Turn this guy on. I am going to do high for 5, 6 hours, or you could do low for 8 to 10 hours. There we go. Now it is time to make my pantry staple lunch. I'm using 1/4 of a cup of cooked quinoa, and then you're gonna choose your protein. I'm gonna use a canned wild sockeye salmon, but to make this vegan, you could use chickpeas, or going to need a jarred prepared pesto. This pesto by the brand Siggiano. It's one of the only shelf-stable jarred pestos that I can find that doesn't have any dairy or any cheese added to it. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description, and some sun-dried tomatoes. I just cooked up 1/4 of a cup of dry quinoa. You can cook your quinoa in some veggie broth or just with some salt and garlic, give it a little extra flavor. Other side of the bowl, we're going to add our protein. Like I said, I'm gonna use this Wild Planet sockeye salmon right in there. It's so nice to have a can of beans or a can of a sustainable fish on hand. I really like sardines or wild salmon. It needs some color. 2 to 3 tablespoons of pesto. A bit of freshness with that green color. Sun-dried tomatoes. Here is our quinoa pesto bowl with wild salmon and sun-dried tomatoes. To add a little something, you could drizzle some of the sun-dried tomato oil right over the top. You get them packed in extra virgin olive oil. Don't throw out the oil because it has so much good flavor. So I'm just waiting for Jack to get home from work. Split pea soup is done. I'm just going to have a little taste test to make sure it tastes good. It's super thick and creamy now. All those vegetables cook down. Oh yeah. Protein and fiber from our split peas. We've got some great antioxidants and more fiber from the veggies that were in the mirepoix blend. And we have some healthy fats from the olive oil. You could definitely drizzle a little more olive oil on top of the soup, add a little nutritional yeast. If you do eat cheese, you could sprinkle or like crumble some feta or some Parmesan on top. Give it a try. Mmm. Oh. I never had split pea soup growing up. I probably wouldn't have eaten it to be honest, because it's kind of a funny green color. It's like army green, but it is like, I mean, when I think of a comfort soup, this is what I think of. It's so filling, so salty and smoky. I think you guys are really gonna like this. All you really need are a couple items from the pantry, one from the freezer, and you can have a meal ready to go. You could definitely make this on the stove top too. Just cook everything over a low simmering heat for probably about an hour or so, or until the split peas have totally melted and become nice and soft and thick and yummy. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video with a full day of eating only meals from the pantry or the freezer. All of them were gluten-free and with vegan options. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more recipe videos. Comment any questions or fun tips you have for things you like to keep in your pantry down below in the description. Also in the description is a link to my Amazon shop, which has a lot of these pantry staples there if you want to check out the brand. I will see you soon for another one. Bye!